This is Feed Your Mind. And so this is part 2 of the Auguste Piccard saga. And so Auguste was being honored in a Hennessey commercial for reaching the stratosphere, being the first to reach the stratosphere. He's the first man to go the highest up in the sky before any type of vehicles were capable of going that high. And they really still aren't capable of going that high. But there was no real space agencies or anything at the time when Piccard had went up into the stratosphere. So everyone wanted to see what he saw up there, and well, there was reports he said it was flat. So in this Hennessey commercial, and so I'll leave a link for this Hennessey commercial because I have the extended version. A lot of people just saw the 30-second version. I have like a version that's like 3 minutes. It's well done. It's kind of like a feature film. I mean, they did an excellent job on this Auguste Piccard commercial, or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, so they're also honoring his son. They said his son was the first to go to the deepest part of the ocean. I didn't see any exact depths that he reached, but they said he made it to the bottom of the ocean. And according to my research, no one has ever made it beyond 7 or 8 miles beneath the ocean. There seems to be a hard barrier underneath the ocean where no one has ever been able to pass. It's like another firmament beneath the earth. And so in this Piccard video, I found some interesting symbology because, well, it's like they might know something, because as Auguste was ascending into the heavens in his balloon with that spherical cabin that he was riding in at the bottom of the balloon. So it was not just like a regular balloon ride. This balloon was designed to reach the heights of the heavens. So basically, as he was ascending upwards, the commercial shows it reached to a point where the balloon popped. And I've heard of that information before, so it's like they know what they're talking about, because they had to redesign balloons because they would expand and pop at a certain height. They said the max they've ever gotten a balloon is around 33 miles high. And then the balloon would always expand and pop. That's when the scientists decided to create the balloons with a more flexible material so it could expand as it reaches the upper atmosphere where the pressures get real low. And so in this video, the balloon pops, and then an interesting thing happens, because Piccard's cabin, the spherical cabin that he was riding in, instead of falling back down to earth, it falls upwards. So it's like he reached an area where it's a reverse gravity, if you will, where instead of falling downwards, you would fall upwards, and he fell into an ocean above the earth. Now, I know in the Bible they say God separated the waters above from the waters below. So is it possible that there's a clue there where after a certain point in the sky, it reverses and you would fall upwards? It would be like a mirror world above us where their up would be the opposite of our up. That's just crazy. I mean, look, that's why this is a brainstorm session, because this is a very interesting concept that I'm just kind of just now getting at, like, live. So because as I'm analyzing this commercial, it's just kind of like that's how it appeared. So he flew upwards into this ocean, and then he started going into the ocean, which they depicted as outer space. That you could see the stars and the nebulas being born, which is stars being born. So everything was liquid in this area. It was like what we see above us. You could see all the features with stars and galaxies and nebulas and everything like that. But instead of it being outer space, everything was in liquid, and it was depicted very interesting. So I definitely recommend you check out this video. I'll leave the link in the comment section and the description box. And so with the galaxies depicted as an ocean, there was a lot of activity going on in there, and that's the activity that we would see from Earth as outer space, but it's really activity in water is what they were depicting. But then he ended up smashing through the water on the other end of the water that he was in, and they depicted an eyeball. So I've saw this symbology before with the flat earth, where they show the earth as an eyeball, with the curved shape of the eyeball being the dome firmament. So he busted through that, and that was pretty artistic to see. I mean, I have no idea what type of clue that is, because I would think that's just more of an interesting way to depict the earth. I mean, I haven't really heard any real discussions about anybody discussing if we actually live on an eye or anything, but it sure looks cool. And so yeah, then he ended up reaching an area where he ran into his son at the bottom of the ocean. So they were trying to honor his son, and that's why they're trying to say, well, they made the ocean they made the ocean in the sky as a way to honor his son and tie the two stories together, where they end up passing each other. And so that's how they try to say, okay, well, that's why this is such a bizarre video, is because we just tried to tie the two stories together. And you could look at it like that, or you could see maybe that there's some clues in here. I mean, that's a pretty interesting video to see nonetheless. And so like I said, I'll leave the link in the comment section and the description box, and so you can check out the extended version of this Picard video. Now they do actually end up throwing a globe Earth in there somewhere, I believe, towards the end of the video. And so it's not like they just wanted to completely say, oh, this was it's almost like, well, the interesting thing is, well, with them depicting the waters above, and then I found an actual article in a science magazine where Picard had allegedly told the interviewer that he saw the Earth as a flat disc with upturned edges. So it's interesting that story they tried to keep under wraps for so long, and they tried to kind of hide what he said about the Earth. And then, so basically, they tried to cover that up. So for them to create a commercial that depicts waters above the Earth, well, the waters above. So I just thought that was kind of a connection where it's as if they know what he saw, which was a flat Earth. And that's why, like I said in the last video, that's why they always want you to put up fisheye curved lenses when you take a weather balloon up now, because they want to keep the masses just not connecting the dots. They want people to keep seeing that curvature. So it's like every balloon the scientists put up now they always have these curved lenses, and I think that's a direct response to what Auguste saw when he went above the Earth, and they're trying to avoid coming up with any calculations of what height we're supposed to see the curve. They won't tell us, like, how high do you got to be to see the curvature of the Earth. They just keep on saying, oh, well, you're too close to the Earth. They won't give any specific numbers. So, yeah, they know all that information. They know that they were keeping all that information from the world. So the inner circles do, at least. The inner, like the elite, if you want to call them, or whatever. I don't even like calling them that, but you know who I'm talking about. The ones who keep all these secrets from us. They know about this information because they've been keeping it from us. So for them to make a commercial like this, it would appear to me that they were revealing information that they know for sure. And then the awoke ones that have been paying attention will know as well, because if you know this information about the Earth and how this Earth is really designed and shaped, then when you see that commercial, it instantly connects the dots, and it just seems like too much to be a coincidence. So, like I said, the link will be in the comment section and the description box to check out the extended version of the Hennessey commercial. If you would like to support this channel, you can donate as little as $1 to help keep things going here at Feed Your Mind. I also leave links to my social media and my other channels. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Feed Your Mind, signing off.